Murphy's Valor, and we're back again with another episode of Minecraft on the Ice Queen server. And today, I'm getting ready to go build a blaze farm, but to do that, I need more slimes. I had none, but now I have some. Someone asked me to help them get some, so I'm gonna pick them up some while I'm here, because why not? So, I am slime hunting right now, because no one has a farm. And I've dug out a bunch trying to find a slime chunk, but I don't have it. So I've been trying to find slime chunks, and it's just not working. So, without further ado, really? There's no more? I just killed a bunch. Oh, I've only got 51. I only needed 12 more, but I figure why not get as many as I can, and maybe I can give the other person about half a stack, and that'll suffice for them for one go. So let's see how many I can get at the end of this. Alright, so we angered a Enderman. Hopefully I can kill him. I don't know if he already died or not, but I found a slime over here. There he is. Ooh, there's a couple slimes. Awesome. I'm taking off everything, but I need the slimes more than I need anything else. Good thing I got diamond armor. Full enchant swords. I need to go make a shield. That's what I need to make. Come here. Ah. Alright. Let's get back to work on you guys. Oh, this is getting intense. Just clicking away here like a madman. Alright, I think that is good enough for right now. I have just over one stack of slime. Oh man, that one was costly. And it's a long haul just to get back to my base. So, you know what, fun fact, let's go ahead and time it. Let's see, how long does it take me to get back to my base? Okay, it took me 7 minutes of constantly moving to make it back to at least the AFK farm. And this is about 2 minutes away from my place, which is just over there. So I'm going to AFK here for a minute and get some XP, because I'm going to be going into the nether and facing a bunch of blazes. So I need all these to have fire protection as much as possible. And I may have to make some books just so I can get more. But I got just over a stack of slime balls. So in fact, let me do this. You know what? I'll just give him a solid half a stack of it. Half stack, 1 diamond. I think that'll be fair. And I got 42, so I'm doing pretty good. Alright everybody, so at this moment, I kind of forgot that I was recording because I kind of got caught up in just the idea of trying to create a blaze farm. I had all the materials I needed, and I had someone who could help me, and I was just kind of excited because I've never created a blaze farm in survival before. I've always created it in creative mode, and I found that this was quite the challenge. Not only was it so exciting to actually do it this time, but it was far more challenging than I had anticipated. And I thought I came well prepared, and I found out that that was not the case. I vastly underestimated the power of the flow of blazes here and how difficult they can be. Now my chest piece is enchanted with fire resistant 4, I believe. So that helps. My partner here that's working with me, he ends up dying twice just on building this thing alone. And then you'll see that we made some error. Well, I made some errors and that led to us dying repeatedly, and you'll see how many times we died there, and we'll keep count as we go through of how many times I alone die. Most of it was intentional, I must say. But yeah, so I totally forgot I was recording. Totally forgot that I needed to provide some type of audio commentary here. And I kind of got out of the swing of things when I left for my training, because I was sitting there playing and I was recording, but I was recording on my laptop, and the audio quality, as I mentioned earlier in the video, was just horrible. And there was nothing I could do to get the audio quality up because my mic was attached to my table here, and I couldn't exactly take that with me through the airport because I simply didn't have the room. So yeah, so right here, I mean, we just filled in the glass, and we're like, yeah, we're making this, and I was, it was exciting. But I gotta say, this is if I say that this is a challenge, I guess that's the greatest understatement that I can have. But this is one thing I wanted to do here in the Nether, is create a blaze farm, right? It's kind of like a moment of triumph for me, like, oh. And right here, I'm actually trying to see whose farm that is, who mapped it off, so I think it might be his. It might not be. I'm not sure. I don't think they're going to care that I built the blaze farm. That makes life so much easier for them, and I'm just going to go in there and use it for XP. I don't think they're going to mind that one bit. But, man, now I forgot what I was saying. But, yeah, so the blaze farm is just one thing that I wanted to build. Just one thing of many. The other thing I really want to build is I want to build a wither skeleton farm. Now, I've been looking at those, and they do seem difficult. Okay, I can't even lie. They seem difficult and resource heavy, especially for someone who's not used to building mob farms like this, especially in such a hostile environment as the blaze area here. But what I'm doing here is I'm calculating 10. So I built this in the creative first, and it looks like, off my calculations, I needed 10 blocks from the bottom down to here in order to have the base part of my blaze, and then it builds up in an upside down pyramid going up to the spawner. Well, that worked just fine. So it was just so difficult because I have to take away all this stuff just to get to the blaze, just to get the room ready to build. And if you see, there's a lot of blaze in one wrong swing, and then I would have had the zombie pigman here. So now I try and build a shield to try and keep me alive, because this feels like it's getting ridiculous. Like, I think I spent more time building a defensive structure and fighting off the blaze and the fires than I did actually building the farm. So when I say that I was definitely overwhelmed by this, I was definitely overwhelmed by this. This was a challenge that I had not expected before. So we're just going to kind of keep it on this, maybe do some talking. I mean, this is a long stretch of video here to get to where we want to go. So I don't plan on talking the whole way. I will probably have to edit some of this out. I just don't know what I'm going to edit. But I do want to talk through some of this at least, because to me it's kind of funny watching this as it's playing through at the fast speed, knowing how tough it was and how I was feeling while building it. I mean, it was intense, guys. I gotta admit, it was dang intense. But Salt here, he was a real champ. His primary job was, hey, just go kill the blaze and try and take the aggro so I can sit here and work on this farm. So that's pretty much what I did. And at one point, his sword breaks, so I just tossed him my diamond sword, like, hey, use this then. So there we go. I got my little room set up, and I'm like, oh, I can breathe a little bit now. It's not too bad. And then that happens. There we go. Now it's fully defensed. Defensed? Defensed. And now I'm trying to remember how I built it. And I'm like, I think this is right. Please don't hit the pigman is what I'm saying. I know that's exactly what I was saying. There we go. So this was a struggle. I didn't want to have to rebuild it more than once, and so I was really kind of taking my time building it, just trying to make sure I did it right. And I've made some mistakes along the way, but this was definitely a valuable learning experience for me. And I hope that while watching this, maybe if you guys have never made a blaze farm before, maybe this will inspire you guys to as well. I think that would be really cool. See, there was my mistake right there. I misplaced all the blocks, really. So I'm going to spend some time down here, and I'm just going to fix things up as I go. Again, I've built a couple in creative, but I'm by no means am I an expert at this. So running through it and excuse me, running through it and just kind of making sure everything works on this bottom level. It seemed like a critical first step that needed to happen and needed to happen right, because I knew that the further along we got, the harder it was going to be. And see, everything works perfect up there. That makes me it works so good that it basically got me killed. Well, I shouldn't say killed, because this isn't where I die. Yep, see, I noticed a big error right there, which is that I put the pressure plate on top of the blocks that the pistons are on, which means that when it goes, it's going to power the piston, shooting it out, breaking the block. So I was like, man, now I have to expand this thing out just to try and get this thing built right. I probably should have outlined it first. It would have meant less being done immediately, but it would have been a more... While I was trying to do redstone, it would have been a safer environment to work in. Because, yeah, these blazes are no joke. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet, but these blazes are no joke. And this is me trying to figure it out because I keep trying to just confuse myself for some reason. I think this is where I actually figured things out right. Or even a long portion of it. I speed go through it, and I know the key parts that I want to keep and what I don't want to keep. But to actually sit here and watch it, it's kind of like I'm watching it like you guys for the first time. So, but anyway, back to the project. So we've made a blaze farm, we got a spider farm. I think the big one that I need, or that I want to need, is a wither skeleton farm. I've been working on some of the flying machines and working on the facts on how a fortress has to, the whole bounding box portion of a fortress, in order to create a wither skeleton farm. And I think I can do it. I may have to practice it some inside the actual nether here. I know part of the reason I wanted this farm in particular, though, was for the blaze rod, so that I can make plenty of Eye of Enders, so that I could go and get an elytra or something. But I think with the wither farm, I want to make a beacon shop for everybody. Sell them for about 20 to 30 diamonds per beacon. I think that's a fair price. I'm not trying to make a whole bunch, because I think until I had to use up a bunch of my diamonds, I think at one point in time I ended up having the most diamonds. During one of my mining sessions, I got something like 34 diamonds. So this is us blocking it off so we can stop falling down there and breaking the whole system. But of course I fell down and had to break the whole system. One heart. I took it a little far. This is why I need the carrots, though. With carrots and gold like this, oh my gosh, I love the carrots. They do a great job filling up your food bar and healing. I've never used golden carrots before. Never really used a golden apple or a golden beet, if that exists. Usually I just go, oh, well, I can make a lot of bread for nothing. Let me just make a lot of bread. I'm thinking a watermelon farm on my next episode is going to have to be key, because I don't know how... You know what, I'll research that before I make a determination, but I think a glistening watermelon would do better than a golden carrot, or a golden apple for that matter. But now that I at least have some end rods, I can actually sit here and start brewing potions, and that's something that can happen. That's probably my biggest reason to want to build an AFK fish farm, is just so I can get all those materials that are so useful for potion brewing. So, I don't know yet. I guess we're going to find out in time. Yeah, I think we'll just find out in time. And I got knocked back down. Man, I'm so horrible at redstone. I have some, I mean, I know how to do some things. I'm not some of these pros that are out there. Oh yeah, right there, I just got knocked down and I'm like, oh my god, and look at all these blazes. Man, it's real fun to see just how close you can come to death in this game. Golly, yeah, so I had to build back up and go around. They thought I fell because I was going to do something that way, but no, I just fell because that way. I'm kind of an idiot at times, quite frankly. Watch I die. To me, it is anyway. So now I'm down to just carrots. I've eaten all my golden carrots. I've eaten all my other food. And there we go. A broken pressure plate. And did not get it. So then I was like, you know what? What if we go through the bottom right here? And I just get surrounded by plays. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of narrate everything because again I forgot that I was even recording. So I have that horrible mistake going through me, but I think what we're going to do now is I am just going to go ahead and show you the completed product of it. Because the completed product is pretty awesome if I say so myself. Like I am quite thrilled with how the completed product comes through. So what I had to do is I had to raise it up, and that's why it wasn't working the whole time. That's why the spawns weren't as high, is because I needed to raise it up. So I'm just going to kind of leave this here, and now that I got this fixed, I probably will AFK. I have some more enchantments I need to do. And yeah, I mean, look at this. Look at the numbers. You can just watch them constantly spawn. They're constantly dropping. And I mean, they're always there, and they're always there for they're always there. No matter what you do, they're there for you to kill them and to get their XP. And without further ado, guys, I think that's going to do us on this episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like, comment. Again, please give me some feedback. Throw down what you want to see. Throw down what you want me to do. If you got a goal, I could definitely use some help on that. What I really need, though, is I need an idea of what to build for my base. I don't have the slightest clue yet. I think I've decided a few things, but I don't know. I really haven't made an actual determination on what I want to do. Castles seem to be a big thing on this server, but I just don't know if that's the route I'm willing to go. So until next time, guys, I'll catch you on the next episode.